This is what I imagine when I hear someone calling me black. Is this what you see? Anyway, I'm not going to have the black debate right now. Today I'm celebrating together with you, yeah, who has been watching. Finally, I've pushed out 100 videos. Unimaginable. I never thought I could, and I'm really glad. Anyway, we can't stay in this darkness for so long. It might be boring to watch, so let's light me up a little bit. There we go, there we go. Let's go completely white. Who cares? We can be white for today. It's a compliment where I come from. Being called white is a compliment, or light skin. It's a compliment. Anyway, that's not for the talk for today. I'm glad 100 videos out. Thanks to everyone who has been watching. I hope you found something interesting, something to pass your time, or something funny or weird. All sorts of things I post here. I'm glad. I'm glad to everyone who has been here through the journey and anyone else who will come after this. You know, things change and people grow and all that. Thanks to everyone. So today I'd like to talk about something weird that happens in first world countries, and especially those first world countries that are categorized as high trust society. I'm from Kenya, and Kenya is an absolutely low trust society. You have to be on guard every time. Like there may be some robber just down the street trying to snatch your bag or your money or kidnap you and get some money out of you. Yani when you're here, you're always on guard. Who is walking next to me? Who is walking too close to me? Yeah, the banks make sure you enter the pin and the password and the recovery email. Like before you get your money, they need to ensure you are the real person and all that. But here I'm walking in the streets of Toronto and I have my debit card. And they're like, yeah, you don't even have to input the pin on the card. Like you buy stuff and then you put the card on top of the card reader. It's called tap. Then you pay. Like it's simply as easy as that. Imagine using M-Pesa without password. Like how many people do you think would have their M-Pesa accounts emptied within a few minutes? And someone did that to me. I lost my card once. It had around $500 in it. I know it has that tap function. So the person was just buying things and tapping and tapping. He didn't know my password, but they allow that. He drained my entire card at that time. Then their credit card. I walked into a Walmart and this guy was giving out a credit card for no apparent reason. And when you give someone a credit card, you need to make sure, when a credit card is money that you don't have, it's like they're giving you a loan. And they're giving me a loan of about $1,000, which is about 100,000 Kenya shillings. And all they asked me for was my ID. I thought this was fake. I thought it had to be fake. So after buying some few things, I think I spent about $45. I decided to pay with this credit card this guy had given me and see whether it was working or not. And voila, I tapped and it worked and I walked away. I've actually never paid that debt. I don't know whether the Walmart people are looking for me or the government is looking for me. But I didn't pay at that time. I assure you I will pay once I get a chance. But I didn't. So that's another thing. Another thing is food on the streets. Back home I was taught by my mom and my dad, never take food from strangers. Then I'm walking on these streets of Toronto. And I see people surrounding a place where there is food. The food is free, it's written there, free food. So I'm like, what the hell is going on around here? They keep coming and going. So I go there, they're like, hey, welcome, welcome, have some free food. I'm like, no, 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 no. You don't accept free food from strangers. But apparently, this is a normal thing here. They trust no one has put anything in that kind of food. Imagine eating some food from a stranger you have not seen before, and you'll probably never see again in a manner that you can report to the police, and then you just eat that food. That doesn't sound like a smart move, but yeah, this is the quality of a high trust society. than cashing checks in banks. I know. Here in Kenya, you have to wait. Once you want to deposit a check into your bank account, I think you give it about a week or something like that before they can verify everything from the check and give you the money. But it's different in Toronto. In Toronto, there is an automatic machine like the ATM itself. There's a place where you can place checks, and they don't check whether the check is valid or not. They don't. You just tell them like this check is for $600 or $1,000. Give me the money, and immediately it takes the check and gives you the money without checking. You can even input a cardboard inside there and say it's a check, and it's going to give you the money. It's they check one day later. That's when, like the following day, that's when they check to confirm whether the check was valid or not. But the money is already gone by now. So what they do is they put your account to the negative. So if they give you $1,000, you find that your account is now at negative 1,000. But someone scammed me that method. I didn't know about it. So he wrote a fake check and told me, can you help me cash this check in your bank account? My bank account is not working. It's like, okay, if it's valid, the bank will accept it. If it's not valid, the bank will reject it. So I cashed the check for him and the money came out. I thought the check is valid. Following day, I'm getting a notification here. Your check was not valid. The funds have been reversed. Now my account is in negative. And I already gave the money to the guy. And I don't know where the guy is right now. So that's how I ended up losing a few $100 at that time. I walked into a restaurant. I walked into a restaurant some other time. And then I realized I had forgotten my card, so I couldn't pay for the food. So I'm like, I'm really sorry I forgot my card. I will go and come back. Then this person at the restaurant tells me, "What food do you want?" I'm like, I don't have the money to pay. It's like, no, don't worry about the money. You take the food and then come back and pay later. So in my mind, I'm like, you don't know me. How do you know I'm going to come back and pay? And yet they do that. They did that. I was shocked. I was shocked. Same thing with a taxi. Like I went and got into a taxi, and then in the middle of the trip, I realized I didn't have my card to pay. So I'm telling the driver, please drop me off here. I don't have money to pay for the rest of the trip. He's like, what is going on? It's like I forgot my card. I was like, don't worry, I'll take you to where you're going. You just take my phone number, and then once you get your card back, you come and pay. I'm like, what the hell? Which kind of world am I in? This is not the normal world. I was very trusted, so I went and paid back, and that was okay. But I was surprised. No, I don't think any business in Kenya would trust you like that. Like I will go and pay later, and they don't know you. It's the first time you're seeing them. Then the public transport. There are these subways and streetcars and buses and everything. So there is no conductor in the bus or anything like that. You get in and you pay. So you can pay with a card or you can pay with cash. When you pay with cash, you put it inside a jar. You put exactly the amount you want to put in. They assume you're going to put the exact amount. But even if you have half of it and you just put, no one will check how much you put in. You can literally put in 1 cent and and you will board the bus. And then for those who have to tap, no one is going to check whether you have tapped or not. The machine is there. They're assuming because you're a trustworthy citizen, you're just going to tap your card. But you could essentially just get in, ride, and get out. I've seen people do that. And I did it once or twice just to experiment. I'm a law abiding citizen. That was just for experimentation purposes only. Then eh, something else, traffic lights. These people trust traffic lights like it's a religious scripture. Can you imagine when the light turns green, it doesn't matter how fast the cars are moving on that street. People just jump right into the street and start crossing the road. Sometimes I would look at them, I'm like, are you crazy? For the first few days, don't you see some cars are coming at high speed? Like they're going to knock you down on the streets. But that never happened. These people know the rules. Even if there is nobody crossing that street, you need to slow down and stop. As a driver, every driver knows that. And every pedestrian trusts that the driver knows that. And I have never come across an accident as a result of traffic lights, and then the hospitals. Weirdest thing I've ever come across. When like I got into an accident at some point, and someone called an ambulance for me. So the ambulance came, picked me up, took me to hospital, and then released. They didn't ask me for any amount of money. All they asked for was my address. Guess what? What they do? They treat you. They don't ask you for money first. They don't care whether you have money or not, or how expensive the treatment is going to be. They're going to take care of you completely and let you go once you are safe and you are healthy again. And then what they will do is they will send the bill to your house after you're out. You'll not experience that problem where a hospital is holding you because you haven't paid the bill, and then the bill keeps going up and up and up because it's not been paid, and then it gets more and more impossible to pay. That does not happen. Once you heal, they release you and they'll send you your bill in the mail and expect you to pay at your own convenience. Sometimes they'll send you letters to remind you. But you could literally take months before you pay, or years. You could pay a little bit here at a time, but your bill is not increasing since you're out of the hospital. And that's something nice that I found there. Then credit card details. I have never seen this done before. Someone will be on a phone call and they are trying to pay for something on the phone call. And then you'll hear someone on the other side say, please give me your credit card details, then I can charge you. Then I'm like, who the hell would give out their credit card number and the special security code number for someone to charge their card on the other end? Are you sure they are going to charge the exact amount that they are telling you they are going to charge? Like, how do you trust them on the other side that they are going to stay by their word and like charge exactly that or not anything more? And the person you're talking to is not like the head of the company. They're just a worker who is probably being paid minimum wage. What would prevent them from taking your card details and using them to buy stuff on the internet or on the dark web or somewhere? Who knows? They could sell your details to the dark web. Who knows? How do you just do that? I didn't understand that part of it. People just give out their credit card details like it's their phone number. That I didn't sit well with. But people rarely do anything with those numbers. Very high trust society. Then, like giving out your physical address. I know Kenya does not have a physical address system, but first world countries, most of them do have one. And you know something about this physical address? Once you give someone this number, it's a combination of numbers and letters and all that. So once you give a person this number, this person can literally walk to your doorstep without any directions from anyone. That's how precise the addressing system is. In Kenya, I can tell you I'm in Parklands, and then you will not know where I am in Parklands. You will know I'm somewhere in Parklands. But if I say I'm at 45 Wilcox Street in or in like Toronto, there is only one 45 Wilcox Street in Toronto, and there is one Toronto there, assuming there is only one, and there is only one street named Wilcox. And on that street, there is only one door at 45. So once I tell you that, you can literally come to my door. And this is dangerous because I see people giving out these addresses just anyway to any business, to any websites, and all that. Like, if someone was targeting you or looking for you, assuming maybe you're a celebrity or something like that, they could literally come to your door. They could read your name, your address, and everything and send. If they're trying to assassinate you or something like that, they could do that. I'm not sure you're facing some assassination attempts or anything like that. But that's a dangerous thing to do. That's a dangerous thing to do. So these are some of the things I encounter there that has like you really trust people so much. And I guess maybe we should we should start trusting people in this country. Sometimes when you're trusted, you want to maintain that trust, and you end up being a good citizen. Or maybe you have not gotten there economically and politically here. Anyway, thanks for watching.